We are live. So, hello everyone. Welcome back to the League of Ireland and welcome back to Tier 2. It's been 2 long weeks since we've had this, but we are finally back at the Hungaroring at the Hungarian Grand Prix. I'm Colin B289 and joining me this evening is a race winner around Hungary. Last night's race winner is Cav1892. Where are we, Cav?
Very well. Just about sobering up after the champagne celebrations.
Absolutely, yeah. I suppose you can see that we have a full grid for the first time in a long time. Oh, the quality of us. Just let me know, is the quality of the stream alright, lads? Because I'm having one or two slight issues with my net, unfortunately. So sorry for any problems. But I think we are okay. Just let me know in the comments.
Yep, sounds okay on my end anyways, Colin.
Okay, nice. Good quality, okay. So, just for people who don't know, and we will obviously take you through, it's been 2 long weeks since we had a race in Tier 2. McGee is actually the championship leader after his victory last time out in Japan. As I can already see a Mercedes of Dylan going out on the medium compound tyres. But just ahead of him is a Williams.
It's Rory Drain.
Oh, it's a wet end to quali, I'm being told. From Jono. It's going to be a wet end to quali and going to be a dry race.
Get out early, so excellent.
So this is going to be interesting to see how many of these guys would go directly out on the medium compound tyre. Hey Danjo, how's it going, mate? So Rory Drain first car out. Interesting now, will he have fuel for 1 or 2 laps around here?
How quickly is this rain gonna come as well?
This rain could come at any time, couldn't it? It does look very dark, so...
Yeah. I don't think it's far away. I think last night we seen once it got dark it was only a couple of laps before it kicked in.
Absolutely. We've got a few debutants, we've a few new faces and a few familiar faces on show this evening. We have the new Alpha Tauri of Not Gak, as you can see in 16th. You can see DKF1 is back this week. He is back reserving in the Haas, and also in the Haas his teammate LOI Kichiga is in Tier 2 this week. It was a bit of a late call for Kichiga to race, but we had a free spot last minute. Very last minute.
Too close for comfort, but fair play to him for stepping in.
Absolutely, and we are underway. Here's Rory Drain down into turn 1. Gets on the brakes down into second gear he goes down to. Just the yellow flag in the third sector. People probably
no issue, it's just people gapping each other, yeah.
Onboarding down to turn 2, downhill braking. Oh, it's a little bit wide there, Rory. 3 is flat, up to 4, very easy to exceed here. On the inside and the outside, flicks it in 6th gear, makes the corner. 4th gear, corner 5, this is tricky on acceleration. This is a tricky chicane, always has been, always will be.
Takes it well.
Takes it very well, 8th and 5th gear.
I think they're already struggling for a bit of traction, Colin.
You would do on the mediums. 10 is absolutely flat out. 11 you downshift once. Keeps it in the track limits very well. That is Rory. Turn 12 downhill braking. 3rd gear corner. Downhill braking again here for 13. Down to 2nd gear. Gets on the throttle well. Real Johnny's got a quali band, that's why he's retired. Final corners in 4th gear, and now floor the throttle out of here, straight to the line, and Rory Drain does a 17.4, 1 minute 17.4. Mercedes of Dylan behind, as invalidated I believe, so King Papa goes fastest, and now it's Jack Carty that goes fastest in this session so far, with a 15.6.
Just to keep everyone up to speed, we have Josh with a quali ban, we have obviously Section 116 with a quali ban, and Johnny as you just said. So those 3 lads won't be out on track until the race.
Absolutely. Kichiga 17.3 stepping in this evening. Gary up into 2nd, and Funny Guy up into P2 as well, with a 16.0 here, so yeah, the times are... You did a 16.2 for pole position yesterday. Not even far off the pace, to be honest with you.
Did. I ended up doing a 16.2 on the softs and the mediums. which was stupid of me, but however.
Yeah, starting on the soft tyres. McGee, championship leader, just a 17.3 down to P8. So that could be interesting. On board now with one of the championship contenders, Spider-Man. Remember, there's only the top 8 drivers are up by 30 points here. So anything could happen here, yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible. We've been really treated in this tier all season, and it doesn't look like changing anytime soon.
Absolutely.
It's so tight.
That's an Aston Martin of Ben Ratcliffe coming towards the line on the soft tyre. And he does a 16.3 is P4. Spider-Man now. And he does a 16.2 just in front of Ben.
Expecting more from Spider-Man, to be honest.
I know, on a lap. Funny guys go to complete a lap again. Oh, 59 stays second fastest. He probably should have abandoned that lap. But anyway. Aspect just about to start his lap here now. Actually, one question I have to ask you. Because we all want to know this. How in the name of God did those soft tyres go 15 laps yesterday, Cav?
Well, I don't know. The wear when I got into the pits, I actually checked it before I came on, was 62%. So I don't know if that means they were on the edge or if I felt like I had a bit more life in them still, but they felt fine, so I just kept driving. I mean, I don't know if they were about to implode or not, but yeah, it was fine.
It's a good way of saying it, isn't it? Afternoon.
Magic softs.
Good afternoon to Ryan anyway. He's all the way in Canada, I believe. So at least he's tuning in today. His seat has been taken by this man here who I'm board with in the new Red Bull. The new livery of a Red Bull, which is Kate Flemo.
It's beautiful. I really like the Red Bull now, I have to say.
I agree. I've actually joined another racing league and I'm actually in the Red Bull and I'm very happy with that car. So let's go a little bit further forward to Aspect now because he's coming through the final sector. How's it going, Johnny?
Tidy through the last turn. Ooh, little snap of oversteer.
Snap of oversteer, 16.6 for him. Gary Roberts on 16.7, just spotted that now. What's Kelly up to? Let's go with Keller.
So Aspect is the fastest of the medium runners at the moment.
There's a little flag just for people getting out of the way, that's all it is. The rain still hasn't come yet. 17 flat for Keller, he's up in there in P9. So yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how that was. Rory Drain now is on the soft tyre. Who's gone up there? I'm after missing that.
K Flemo's gone into P3.
P3
nice
with that lap. Very good from K Flemo's reserving.
Stepping up from tier 3.
So excellent effort from him. Oh, Keller, get out of the way if you're derailing. He does just about get out of the way for Rory Drain. That would have distracted him a little bit here though. Third place man in the championship. McGee at the moment down in 14th. So he'll obviously want to improve on that. And Rory Drain is 6/10 up. And this tier 6/10 up. They go up about 4 or 5 rows. So that's how close this tier has been all season.
Absolutely. It's been nothing to pick. We've had the field split by less than a second more often than that.
Absolutely we have. So here comes Rory now. And he does a 16.5 on the soft tyres. He goes P8. There's a Mercedes, I think it's Dylan on a lap behind, is it? Here he comes, and Dylan gets himself out of trouble. He's in P7 on a 16.3. So now, man under pressure is this man, McGee, under a little bit of pressure here. See his middle sector time here now, and he's 1.1 second up. So,
oh, Irish Gary's lost it.
Oh,
where's he lost it?
13.
Just coming around 13. He's just at the pit entry.
Look at that. It doesn't get in the way though. It's important.
No, he's okay, and he's straight into the pits.
And here goes McGee. And here goes P2, so he's big time out of trouble here now. For the moment.
For him. He'd be looking to make hay while the lads have their quali bans.
Absolutely. When you guys just starting, so we will go with, is it King Papa? No, it isn't. It's actually Rory Drain again. He's not going to complete this lap, so is it Gary Drobo to come across the line? It is. When Kachiga's retired, and he's binned it in the middle sector. So Cav's absolutely thrilled with that. His old rival binning it like that. Gary Drobo goes P12 on a 16.6. I guess I'm here to be alright, don't you worry.
Let's have a look. A few lads on a lap now.
Yeah, Jack Carty on a lap on the medium tyres. Let's see how well he's doing through the second sector. And he's half second down.
Sector 1, we've a Ferrari stopped.
It's Gary Drobrook. I'm on board with the other one. And he's invalidated.
Has indeed. Gary wanted a shout out. There you go, Gary. There's your moment.
He's gone again. He's getting out of the way.
No, he's just getting out of the way for Flemmo. Fair play to him.
Oh, funny guys, lost the rear there a little bit.
So it looks like we're going to get another set of laps in at least. No sign of any rain yet.
Funny guy goes fastest on a 15.6. I have to say, I thought the times might have been slightly faster than this. It's a weird one, this track, because you have a situation where the actual time trial laps, you can never actually have to get anywhere near them.
No, absolutely. I do wonder though, with the rain pending, is the track just a little bit off?
It's a bit cooler,
a bit greasy.
Perhaps, maybe it's a little bit cooler than all drivers would like. Let's go with Spider-Man. I think he's on a lap here, and he's a 10.5 up in the first sector.
Darwise comes into the pits.
Oh, yeah, he loses the rear of Spider-Man, but he's half second up.
Wow.
So he might be far away from McGee and Funny Guy's lap time. If we can hook it all up in the last sector.
It's very tidy through 13.
14, very tidy here.
Wide.
Oh, he's trying to get the car straight, get the exit right. And he's P3. Nice. It's just a 10th in it between the top 4. That's excellent. Excellent stuff. Kay Flemmo has had his lap time invalidated. Let's go with Not Gak then. The new lad in tier 2. And he's half second up through the first sector.
Yeah,
a lot of that's been pushed to the soft tyre now, aren't they? Like at the start they were all out on the mediums, but now it's...
Oh,
he's okay, he's 6/10 up. Through sector 2.
Lovely. He takes that very well. Into 14. This is tidy.
Let's see what
slightly tighter line than Spider-Man.
He's derating at the line, and he goes P9 with that lap of 16.2.
Solid effort.
So 1 second covering the top 14 drivers, and Keller's not really got a competitive lapping yet, so...
We're back to the tier we know and love.
Absolutely. He's on an out lap. I think Spider-Man's coming in the pits. Rory Drain's 10th and a bit up, nearly 2/10 up in the middle sector. This may well be his last lap time because the rain is due very shortly. So
4 cars on an out lap.
So here comes Rory now then. 16.2 goes P10. He would rather not be there, I'll tell you that much. Mercedes of Dylan. He's only improving by 300, so he needs a big last sector. Has he got one in him? He does. Great last sector from Dylan. Really 15.6 up into P2.
100th lap pole. Wow.
Fantastic lap there from Dylan.
Obviously pulled it on the last sector.
He did indeed. Knockout comes in the pits, so it would be DKF1, and he's P9. That's a good effort from him. King Papa's not on a bit funny guy, but just started another lap.
Oh, Ben's gone around, and he's lost his nose. Turn 13 again. Gets another victim on the power.
He was only 10th up anyway, so may not have improved, but again, you never know. He might have been on a very good lap. You just never know. Might have had more time in the last sector.
Yeah. Well, if you're gonna lose it in front of the pits, I guess.
Absolutely. How's it going, Sully?
McGee is half a tenth down.
Can he improve in the final sector?
Takes that nice.
He does. It's a 6 as well. 4 of them in the 15-6s now. Jack Hardy's round. Oh, he's broken his front wing at the same corner as Ben Ratcliffe broke his front wing. So that'll be the end of his qualifying session, I would assume. Dylan is actually pitting behind him.
Many victims so far of turn 14.
Look, Gary Drobro, look at that lap, a 15-7. A 10th cover in the top 6 driver. This is going to be very interesting for the race.
Good stuff, Gary.
I'm going to have to ask John what weather forecast he was looking at, because it doesn't look like any rain's coming here at the moment.
Not yet, anyways.
Remember these weather radars. Remember these are all on approximate weather forecasts are only on approximate, so they're not 100% correct all the time. So that's what makes it interesting. Flemo is a 10th up.
Yeah, he's doing well.
Needs to find 3 tenths in order to improve his position. Still well worth completing this lap though. So here he comes, K Flemo. He does a 15-7 as well. He doesn't improve his position, but I tell you what, 10th and a half covering the top 7 drivers.
Incredible.
A funny guy, he has invalidated. Ben Ratcliffe got out of the pits again. So here's Aspect on a lap here now, so we'll go with him for a bit. Actually, Darwise is in front, we'll go with Darwise actually. Six and 7 chicane, yeah, into her gear, good stuff.
Very nice.
Flicks again in 4th. This turns flat out, this won't be an issue, however, we've a
somewhere
spinner
around
behind.
sector 2, I think it's an Alpha. It is Aspect.
Oh, Darwise invalidated, he was 3 tenths up. So he will be starting outside the top 10 for definite.
Kella's a second up.
Kella is 1 second up, so how close can he get? Oh, it's raining now. It's now raining. It is now just started to rain, so can these lap times improve? Can the guys get these lap times in? This will be their last attempt.
Kella to the line.
He's trying to back off. He's trying to back off. He's backed off too much. He's made a mess of it.
Oh no. Got caught between a rock and a hard place there.
There's Gary, 5 tenths up. Irish Gary. Where can he be in all this? He's 5th on a 6 at 15-6, only half a tenth off pole.
The lads are taking the mick.
He's P5, Aspect retires in the pit lane. Oh, Ben Ratcliffe is. Oh, he's invalidated his lap time. 7 tenths off pole, reached 14th. What about Darwise? What can he do?
300s at the moment in his pocket.
They're still finding some sort of grip out there. He's now a 10th up. And if I were Darwise, I would kind of back off, to be honest with you. P11. It's not a bad place to start from.
Yeah, unless he's confident he's going to grab a few positions, which
he's not.
And I think
he's listening.
No lag on this stream.
What?
I said if he's picked that up that quick, there's no lag on this stream. Fair play to him. Right decision.
So Dylan and Jack Carty now. I think Jack Carty is the last man. Or maybe Gary actually to cross the line. Can Jack steal pole position away? He can! with a 1 minute
Wow.
15.5. What can Gary do? Gary's out of it. So that is it for qualifying. So Jack Carty and Funny Guy share the front row of the grid, but look at that, the top 8 drivers covered by just under 0.2 of a second. Great effort from Kate Flemmo reserving in this tier this week. So yeah, that is qualifying. That is going to be
That's a mega lap by Jack, isn't it?
It
In
really
the conditions
is.
as well.
It really, really is. I mean, less than a second covering the tops, nearly the whole field. Aspect just outside it, so a second covering the whole field, which is absolutely fantastic to see.
It's great.
Now,
Great tier.
so get your predictions in the chat, lads, and I will not be giving my predictions because all I do is jinx people every week. So I will not be giving my predictions. I am.
You're
anyway.
definitely Bart.
Anyway, well, interesting qualifying session, and all of the top 10 runners start on the soft compound tyres. We've Jack Carty in P1, we've got Big Funny Guy in P2, Dylan in P3, McGee championship leader in 4th, Gary is 5th, Spider-Man in P6, Gary Drobro in 7th, Kate Flemmo in 8th, just a tenth and 0.173 off pole. King Papa 9th, DKF1 10th, Darwise 11th, Rory Jane 12th, Knockak 13th, Ben Ratcliffe 14th, Keller 15th, Aspect in 16th, Kachiga crashed it as he always does in 17th, and you have Johnny, Josh and Ada and Section 116 who had quali vans. Kachiga at the back in tier 2 is no surprise at all. I had to get that
unnecessary, Colin.
I mean, I had to get that in. I had to do it, didn't I?
Oh, I'm not complaining. I love it.
Do you know what? Actually, I'm going to say this. I think Kachiga's going to finish a race, which probably means he's going to finish.
No bias in this commentary box.
Absolutely none. None whatsoever. Go on, what are you going to go with? We'll try again. We'll try the predictions again this week. I know you all want to hear who I want to jinx this week. So go on. You go first, Cav.
Alright, I'm going to go with, as he's now LOI Lucifer, Big Funny Guy to win. I'm going to say Jack Carty to finish P2, and then I'm going to go for Rory Drain to get a P3.
Okay, you're still going for that Big Funny Guy win, aren't you? Really, yeah. Like.
I feel like if I just keep predicting it, it has to happen eventually. It's kind of like me winning a race. Eventually, everyone's going to have their day.
Yeah. I'm still looking for my win as well, and hopefully my day will come soon as well. But anyway, we'll move on. Who do I think will do it? I think... Actually, I haven't got a clue, to be honest with you, because I had...
No, get the names out there. I want to know who's crashing.
I mean, before the race, I had McGee down to win this race, but he's obviously down in P5. I think McGee will win. I'll go McGee. I'll go McGee, Dylan in P2, and I'll go Jack Carty on the podium. I think track position will be very important around here.
Look at that graphic suggesting soft tyres only last 8 laps. Who are these people?
I don't know. Anyway, as you can see here, boys, on this stream, 8 of the lads outside the top 10 starting on the medium tyres. Kachiga and Josh and Ada are gone with the soft tyre.
That's interesting.
So an interesting strategy call there from Josh and Ada. I'm going to go on board with their ways because I want to check how bad DKF1's Wi-Fi is, and it doesn't look very good from what I can see, but for some reason we did all the checks with this yesterday and it absolutely worked out. So Dan's gone for Big Funny Guy, McGee and Knockak to get on the podium. Okay, interesting, Dan. Not going to back your own mate Spider-Man, which is interesting. Otherwise, Ryan thinks the Alfa Romeos are going to wreck each other. I think Cav will not be too impressed by that comment, Ryan, to be perfectly honest with you, mate.
I'd delete that if I could.
Trains is lagging a small bit here. We've got no gaps in the field either, which is nice.
Absolutely. This Knockak's debut, Colin, or has he raced in the league before?
Yeah, it is his debut. I don't remember him racing in the league before. He wasn't racing when I was here, so...
We'll call it his debut then.
Absolutely.
Beat me in the golf the other night on a completely unrelated note.
Did he actually? Oh, well, happy that
He did. The man can golf. The man can golf.
Ben Ratcliffe
Can he
is
race?
the
We're
host.
about to find out.
Ben Ratcliffe's the host. We have no delays with the formation app, thankfully.
No,
So
everyone well behaved.
We go up front. And this is Sully's week, so Sully is hoping for an easy week this week. He didn't have one early on this season, so we'll wait and see what happens here. And of course we have this little light glitch as per. Oh, Paddy, how's it going? Who's going to win it, Paddy? Go on, predict it very quickly. And we are on the way. We were a long way off the lights. Jack Kerr, he gets away very well off the line. Funny guy
McGee gets bogged down.
McGee, yeah, that's no surprise inside jinxed him.
Ooh, Gary drove up into the back of Irish Gary. It's a lot of contact.
Dylan's up into P3. Gary is up into 4th. Great start for him. It's a great start for the two Mercedes. We have a spinner at the back. It's Ben Ratcliffe who's lost a bit of time there. And so Jack Kerr, he still leads away from Funny Guy, from Dylan and Gary. And all the action back down the field. Look at this. And Spider-Man going on the outside of King Papa into turn 5. What a move that is. From Spider-Man, so he is up into P6. Next up for him will be McGee. On board now with Irish Gary. And we got... There's action all the way down the field here.
Johnny has damage.
Has he?
Has an end plate missing.
And Keller and Rory Drain. Oh, Keller's up the inside. Can he slow it down just about? They've had a mare, haven't they, Ryan? And Keller picked then. I saw that King Papa and Gary drove bros. They're in as well then, early on. Very dusty the track, isn't it? My God.
Yeah.
There's no rubber down there. So King Papa, Gary drove
DKF1 up the inside of K Flemo. Takes a nice line, gets it done. Flemo tries to switch back, but he doesn't have the traction.
No, he doesn't. An aspect on the back of this on his medium compound tyres. Great start for him. You can already see though a gap from the top 6 to P7, man. Oh, Aspect's going to go around the outside. Surely not. No way around the outside. Oh, he hits the back of Flemo.
Tags the back of Flemo.
And this is just holding everybody up then. It really is. Josh and Naylor's up to 13 from the back of the grid. Knockback thinking about having a move up the inside of Rory Drain and thinks better of it. Oh, K Flemo just cut the chicane there.
Cuts the chicane, so he gives the place up.
So he has to give the place to Aspect, and he's giving the place to Knockback as Ben Ratcliffe spins.
Oh, we've an Aston around.
It's Ben Ratcliffe. Okay, can you keep an eye on section there if you don't mind? Cav reporting a lag as Rory Drain's up the inside of K Flemo. And he is through. There's a few people lagging, Jono, I think.
Yeah.
We'll try and find out exactly who is in a minute. K Flemo pits, so he's off front wing damage. DKF1 sets the fast lap of the race. That is interesting.
Don't know where that's come from. Although he has a lot of clean air in front of him.
Absolutely.
He's sitting in that big gap that Gary Drobro made because he had wing damage.
Yeah. Flemo pits
Front 6
now.
got away.
It appears to me, Jono, he's just red bearing, but I can't really see. Oh, we have to go forward now because McGee's on the back of Gary now for P4 as the race starts to just settle down a little bit here now.
Section looks fine to me.
Okay, just go back to it every now and again just to make sure, but Spider-Man's also on the back of McGee, so Gary's kind of holding him up here a little bit and allowing Dylan, Funny Guy and Jack Hardy to get away. DRS enabled now, they are moving all over the place, everybody.
Oh! Lucifer's around! That's Funny Guy gone!
Funny Guy is round! Oh, Cav, you jinxed him. It's Cav's the one that's jinxed him this time.
Yeah.
And through goes
My bad.
DKF1. And he is through on Funny Guy, so that gap is no longer. Gary's gone a little bit wide and McGee's up the inside into turn 4. Oh, he hits him! McGee is round! Championship leader is round at turn 4.
It's going to cost him a lot of places.
God, he's going to go back into the pack, surely. Oh, Darwise just gets out of it.
Darwise having a look.
He's just in front, but that's going to mess up his strategy completely now.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be safety car. I've just seen that there now. And it is a safety car. Oh, what do they all do? Jack Carty stays out.
Dylan goes in though.
Dylan Pitt, Gary's got to stay out. Spider-Man stays out. DKF1 Pitts. Right, we'll keep an eye on the Wi-Fi. That's Wi-Fi down in a second. Funny Guy stays out.
McGee's in.
McGee pits. Dylan's gone to the hard tyre.
Josh boxes. Gak boxes as well.
So he's thinking he can go to the end on the hard tyre. That is interesting. So where's Dylan going to be? Dylan is going to be P10. He's going to be right behind Kachiga here. That's going to bring the two Aston Martins back into play, definitely.
Well, indeed.
McGee back and behind DKF1, Josh Nader and not Gak, so we can now... Right. Oh, so safety car now. This will... Excuse me, this will change things now massively, won't it?
Yep, absolutely. And we've had it out much earlier than we did last night.
We did. It was actually pretty good timing for you last night because it was just on the crossover point.
Was. I've done my safety car dance and so it appeared.
Right, I'm just going to go on board with a couple of lads here just to check Wi-Fi's at the back.
Yeah, keeping an eye on myself.
Oh, Jesus, McGee, now into the back of DKF1 now. Spread out a bit, boys. Spread out a little bit if you can.
It's an awkward time for a safety car though, because you're kind of caught in no man's land now.
It kind of is, yeah. Danjo, why is that? Oh, wait, I remember now. I do remember now. I mean, bringing it behind the safety car at this level, Cav, what is that all about, you know?
I just don't think we'd see it, to be honest. I can't imagine we'd ever see it.
Jamie Enright's not too impressed with the fact that Chiga's in a half, so I tell you one thing, it's going to be the battle for second tomorrow, because Jamie Enright, this is his favourite track. So he's probably going to win, you know? That's the way it works.
I hear that every week.
Yeah, exactly, so... Absolutely no mind games there whatsoever.
So Funny Guy gets a reprieve back into P4. Not all is lost.
He gets away with it a little bit, doesn't he? Yeah. So interesting tyre selection though. So DKF1 gone onto the medium, McGee gone onto the hard, Josh Miller on the medium, and Dylan on the hards. Yeah. So different strategies going on here. This is going to make it very interesting, isn't it?
Definitely. The big worry, I think, is just how much pace can you get out of those hards. The grip is so important on this track.
Absolutely. Getting them up to temperature early will be big. I mean, I think it's alright for now, but...
Yeah, because you have Dylan sitting in P10 there on the hards, so realistically he's looking at going the way if there's no more safety cars. And we're in this lap, that's quick.
Well, no, there was lap 4, it was the end of lap 4 when it came out, so it's about right. Everyone's caught up. And the safety car's in this lap. So let's go forward then to Jack Carty. How will he do the safety car restart? So he's just backing the field up a little bit, which is exactly what I would do. Now when will he go? When is Jack Carty going to go? He's gone, is he? Oh, Gary. Fall for that one, mate.
Yeah.
Completely caught. Great.
Has a lovely gap. Yeah.
Fantastic restart from Jack Carty then. And Dylan's up the inside of Kachiga already. Will Kachiga fight this one? I suspect he probably won't. Oh, he turns in on him. Whoa!
Ooh, that was tight.
That was very tight from Kachiga there. And yeah, that was very close from him. We're going to go forward because there's a bit of action up ahead here. Funny Guy, Spider-Man and Irish Gary.
Dylan's going around the outside. The hill. This could be tears.
Oh, Ben's diving up. Oh, has he... That was very close to track limits. Who's round? Knockback is round at the back on the hard tyre. And Dylan is through. So Dylan is past Kachiga there, so he's on his way. He's got a bit of free air in front of him before he catches section 116. We're going to go a bit forward here now again to Spider-Man. On Gary.
So none of our top three in the championship are doing too well so far. Rory's just quietly going about his business in P7, but McGee's down in 13th and Johnny's all the way down in 18th.
Remember though that they've both stopped, haven't they? So they're thinking about going to the end, so they might have track position later on in the stint. Yeah, Jamie will probably have to have a look at that. I don't know exactly what we're going to do yet with that one.
Yeah.
But Ben Ratcliffe and Kachiga, and he's going to have better traction on the mediums to Kachiga's old softs, and Ben is through.
Well, Kachiga now let his teammate through.
He's got no option.
Oh, he's not making it easy for him.
Oh, he spins! Oh, Kachiga's round! And he spins it! No surprise there at all. Sorry, Ben.
You love to see. Poor Ben.
I know.
And he goes to the back of the field.
As if you really mean it. Gotta go forward here because Spider-Man's all over the back of Irish Gary, and appears like it's only a matter of time before
Spider-Man really needs to clear him because he looks to have a lot more pace, and Jack Carty is just eking out a gap for himself.
This is handy for Jack Carty, isn't it?
Yeah.
The way this is all working out. Aspect's very close. Well, there's a massive train behind. Oh, DKF1 and Ben Ratcliffe up the inside into the last corner. Look at that. And they're going to have a drag race down to turn. Spider-Man is also up the inside of Gary. Will we go for... No, he's not made it. So DKF1 and McGee... Oh, DKF1 and Ben Ratcliffe even, sorry. And Ben hasn't quite made it, so it's working very well. Kachiga speeds into pit lane as Spider-Man and Irish Gary. And Spider-Man is through on Gary. Gary having a look up the inside, but thinks better of it. And
Gary's feeling those tyres.
And I haven't missed the fact that Kachiga got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I haven't missed that at all.
I didn't hear that, Colin, sorry.
Kachiga got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Thank you, Colin.
No one at all. Massive train behind Gary. Look at this already. 9/10 behind Gary is on Spider-Man, so appears to me Irish Gary hasn't got the pace.
Aspect nearly collected Lucifer.
I was watching it.
Aspect now the first of the medium runners, so
can I have a bit of a train? We'll go forward here first with Aspect.
You'd have to think we're well into the crossover point now where the medium tyre is faster.
And here he goes. Who's been that? It's Kachiga again, isn't it, in the wall? And Aspect's up the inside, a funny guy. And
well, we've a VSC. We've a VSC.
That's Kachiga. Has he broken his front wing? The cab's delight. He absolutely has.
Did Aspect have that move done, Colin, did you say?
Yes, he did. He had it well done at the turn one. I think he did anyway. It appeared like to me he had it done anyway. He was well up the inside of him going into the first corner.
The same to me.
That was a going famine. What will Kachiga do now? He has to get off the high tyre now.
Yeah.
I mean, I said Kachiga would have a clean race, didn't I? So I jinxed him again. Deliberately
You knew what
no.
you were doing there.
Deliberately
Yeah.
no.
You and your Kachiga voodoo doll.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Dylan's pace has actually been quite good on the hard tyre so far.
He's after
He's
catching
holding
the
on to the back
pack.
of section nicely. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. We're back underway again. And Spider-Man is completely asleep after restart. Kachiga's about to be lapped. Just to do...
Oh, funny guy's in.
Oh, he's
Funny
in the
guy's
pits.
boxed.
Oh,
Is he going to trigger a set of pit stops now next lap?
Undercut now for the lads on the soft tyre. Here comes Aspect on Gary. He's up the inside. Kachiga's going to get right in the way. You got to get out of the way because there's blue flags. And Aspect, oh, he goes in deep and he kind of forces Gary off the track a little bit, but he is through.
It's marginal, but just about okay, I think.
Kachiga, blue flags, lads. I know you're watching. Tell him he's got to pick the pace up, he's got to get out of the way. So Aspect's pace looks very strong at the moment.
Yeah, he's reeling in Spider now.
So where does Funny Guy come out? He come out at the back of the field in P18, so he's got an awful lot of work to do. But you look at this now, so
But he's got clean air, Colin.
Yeah, but Dylan's the lead man on the hard tyre. Oh, who's round? It's Gary Drobro. Oh, he's lost it. Has he broken his front wing? Doesn't look likely, but look at this though. Like, Funny Guy pitted, he's 23 seconds off the lead. Dylan's only 5.7 off the lead, so he's got 18 seconds or so to make up on Dylan, and that's an awful lot. I know he's got fresher tyres, he's on a step softer compound. There's Jack Carty now pits. Spider-Man pits and Gary pits, Irish Gary pits. So where will they all come out in comparison to where Funny Guy is?
Those softs are dead. They went 11 laps.
How far now can Aspect go? Kachiga now has unlapped himself for the moment. And here comes Section. Can he get up the inside of Rory Drain? No, he doesn't. So he has to wait.
Where does Funny Guy end up? So Funny is going to get Spider. Oh, it's tight.
That's it, I'll go back to it.
Oh, they're neck and neck down into turn 2.
Just in front of him, and Spider-Man's got to get out of there. No way he'll go up the inside there, so he doesn't. So Spider-Man in P60, all on the medium compound tyre then. Oh, who's gone? Darway's gone! Darway's has binned it in the middle sector.
No.
And we have another safety car. Where's he been that? He's been on the exit of the chicane. Oh no, there, right there on the exit of the chicane. How has he done that?
How? Yeah.
I wonder has there been any bit of contact in there. Let's go on and have a look. He was he was P2, wasn't he? He was P2. Now what does Aspect and the boys do? They pit. Kachiga may as well keep going because he can unlap himself now. Exactly. Rory pits, Section pits. DKF1 pits, Dylan stays out.
Goes for track position, obviously. On
Ben
those
Ratcliffe pits, Joshinator stays out. King Papa stays out. Keller pits. The Alfa Romeo's double stacking.
Oh, watch our Alpha boys at work. It's beautiful. Done.
An Aspect. So is he ahead? Is he ahead of Jack Carty? He is! He's ahead of Jack Carty. Rory Train is just behind him. So Aspect has cleared Jack Carty.
Rory is tucked nicely in behind Jack.
So that's worked out terribly for Spider-Man and for Funny Guy. Because now they're miles down the field. I know they're on a good set of tyres, but...
A lot of the lads putting on hards, Colin.
Well,
I thought the mediums would get you just about from here, no?
Well, maybe, but then, I mean, the problem with that is you have medium. You can't do that, can't you? Can't do that, can you? The majority of them that started on the medium, so when you do that, you have to, just any people new watching, you have to run 2 different compounds out of the 3 compounds available. So he couldn't go medium, so they have to go to the hard compound tyre in that situation. Josh Renato gets 5 seconds for hitting King Papa. Oh no, actually, it's the other way around.
The other way around, yeah.
That's not the first time Papa's done that, isn't it? So, yeah, that could really... If they have to stop again on those mediums, that could really mess up both their races, really.
Check you out how tight the field is. That's a problem.
Yeah, I'm just going to write that down now. Sorry now. Just going to request that later.
Yes, phase, that's in use now as well, just to clarify. Phase, he's just asking are we using the pit lane release.
We are absolutely.
Indeed.
We are indeed.
Didn't see any cases of it actually coming into play really there, but I'm sure it was for some people with the amount of them in the pits at once.
We were kind of looking to see where people were coming out more than anything there, so we're going to be waiting another 5 laps before Kachiga finally catches up. That's what we're waiting on here. Not Gax on the soft tyre. That's a bit questionable.
I'd take that to the end.
Yeah.
This has really jumbled up the order, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. Sorry, I'm just writing a couple of things down here. Sorry, now I'm actually scary. Yeah, it has done, absolutely. So, I mean, now, so let's try and figure out from the, so penalties, obviously, there are no penalties yet from anybody, really, by the 2-5 seconds. And now, this is all about now mediums versus hards, really. This is what this is going to be all about, so, like, for example, Johnny's on 11 lap old hards, so how are they going to, surely he can't go to the end on them, can he? Put it on lap 1, I think, lap 1 or 2, put it very, very early. For the hard compound tyre. Anyway, this safety car probably plays into their hands actually, because probably plays into Josh and their hands too, maybe, and going to the end. Oh no. So, as per usual, waiting for Kachiga, who's just going at about 3 miles an hour. I suppose all he wants is the attention, isn't it? That's the thing with Kachiga, isn't it? He loves the attention, so don't do a Danjo on it now, whatever you do, Kachiga, alright? I'm sure Danjo would love me to say that.
Poor Danjo.
Sorry, Dan.
Happens to the best of us. The only thing for the likes of Johnny as well is a lot of those laps happen on their safety cars, so maybe he can stretch it out.
You're very welcome, Danjo. You're very welcome.
There's something very angry about the full stop on the end of that.
Absolutely.
It's amazing what punctuation could do. Let's have a look. Who is doing what? McGee will be very happy, I'm sure, in P2 at the moment.
Yeah, well, the safety car should be coming in this lap after Kachiga. Oh, here he is. He's finally caught up. Didn't take him very long to do it, though. So, Dylan leading from championship leader McGee. How risky will McGee be now off the restart? Interesting to see now what he'll do if he gets a run at.
Yeah. One thing this has done is brought Johnny and Rory a lot closer to him, so
absolutely. In fact,
yeah,
Rory can now go to, Rory now can definitely go to the end. Will Johnny be able to go to the end will be a bit of a question mark, but we will have to wait and see. As here we are. The safety car is in again. So
a few lads getting very tight.
Dylan backing the pack up a little bit more now. Going board with Josh now here. He's backing it up deliberately because of the hard tyre. That's why he's backing it up, and it's going to be at his decision. When does he bolt? When does he bolt? The answer is he hasn't gone yet. Gone now.
Gone.
Oh, McGee!
Oh, McGee gets a snap of oversteer.
And here comes Josh and then. Can he get up? Can he get around the outside of McGee? Oh, we're 3 wide behind. Oh no, this isn't going to end well.
Oh,
An aspect's up. Look at Aspect up the inside. An Aspect's through on Johnny. And Jack
and King Papa has McGee as well.
He's got his throttles. McGee has been overtaken by King Papa. So Josh and King Papa are through on McGee. That helps Dylan probably get away a little bit, so... Oh,
Does.
McGee. Oh, he's all over the place.
Yeah, and Aspect is behind them on the fresher hards now.
Absolutely. Ben Ratcliffe and Keller behind. I think that was fairly... Oh, it's jacking up the inside of Johnny into the chicane. That's very risky. And Johnny lets him go. Fair play. Well done, guys. Great stuff.
It's very fair by Johnny.
Very, very fair from Johnny. Oh, Ben Ratcliffe has 3 seconds for corner cutting. He's had a little bit of an issue. Oh, who's had an issue there? Aspect lost the rear a bit, is he? No, he's up the inside of McGee. McGee gives him a bit of space. McGee not getting that temperature into those hard
going all the way around
tires.
the outside.
No way to make it around there. Oh my god, he
that
makes
is brilliant.
it.
Can you
McGee's still
stick it
hanging
though?
in there. Oh, brilliant racing from the 2 guys here. And the Red Bull driver. Oh, it's a side by side down to turn 1. Who's going to brake last? Jack Hart, he's got a great slipstream off McGee as well. Gets out of the throttle and
Aspect runs him wide. Jack Harty's going to come inside this now.
Jack Harty is through. So McGee's had a terrible restart. That's put him down into P6.
I think McGee's struggling for temperature in those 11
lap tires. He's in the wall. I don't know what's the... I just picked that up very late. I don't know what's the contact. But 6116 anyway, definitely in the wall. So another one of the championship contenders losing their front wing. Real Johnny hanging on only. Rory Drains on the back of him now. So is Spider-Man.
Rory doing what Rory does best, keeping it nice and tidy, staying patient.
Just hanging in there, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, Spider-Man.
Score points at every race so far
Spider-Man's got
this
a bit
season.
of a run. King Pepper's
Oh, yellows in sector 2 and
It's
3.
Keller,
It's
isn't
an
it?
alpha, yeah. It is.
And safety car's out again.
Oh, wow. Lads.
He's completely lost his front wing, but the safety car's out again. For that, must be a lot of debris out there, but...
There's a few lads boxing.
Oh, King Papa Pitts to get rid of his 5 seconds. Johnny's pissing off the hards and going to go to the mediums. Gary
Drobro and Keller all in.
Oh, look at that. Gary Drobro's overtaking Ben Ratcliffe going into the pit lane entry.
Beautiful and perfectly legal.
And that's absolutely legal, everybody. In case for people who don't know, the pit lane entry is different to the track itself, so you are allowed on the safety car to overtake in the pit lane.
Shades of Seb Vettel in that one.
Absolutely.
And the right car for it and everything.
Absolutely. Gary Drobro switched on there. Surely not. Gak would have pitted there, would he not?
Would have thought so.
Off the soft tyre? You would have thought so.
Would have thought Josh would have wanted to get that out of the way as well, but maybe he wants track position for now.
Maybe.
Gary Drobro. He wanted a shout out. I think he deserves one for that. That was very
He does, but the only trouble is he's back behind Ben again and Gary.
Yeah, when you're coming in for a nose change, it's not really worth it, but even still.
It does anyway. We caught it on stream, and that's the main thing, isn't it? So
something for the fans.
He's burning a bit of fuel there, Gary Drobro, so obviously, to be honest with you, a lot of them would be doing that because they wouldn't have expected there to be 3 safety car periods.
Yeah, we've had a VSC period as well, so lots of fuel saving.
Be careful. So it's the only good thing from both our points of view for both our teams is that the both cars are still running. It's the only good news really for Aspect up in P3 doing well for Amir at the moment, but fortunately Keller is not doing as well, but things can change. We're only just over halfway, lads. There's a long way to go here yet.
Don't you be calling out any Alfa Romeos for doing well. You jinx everyone you call out in this stream.
Whoops.
Call out some of those Aston Martins there, will you?
Nah, never. Never. After me giving Kachiga all that bit of abuse, he's back up into P11.
He's on the verge of the points, and fair play to him.
Absolutely. Burns that bit of fuel, so you can see.
I'm still surprised Gak, as you said, hasn't come in to shift those softs off.
So let's see this telemetry here. So we can see the fuel on just underneath. You can see it on the steering wheel there. You can see the numbers. You've got the lap counter. You've got the position. But you've got Kachica, and you can see that he's got 19.3 laps of fuel on board. So he's got probably about 2.5 over, 2.7 over, I think it says on the steering wheel.
2.71 at the moment, yep.
Yeah, so let's go with other people. Like DKF1's got 4 laps over. He's got 21.2, so that's an awful lot of fuel he has on board.
Lucifer is, I don't know, it's an awful lot. It's either 5 or 6 laps worth extra.
I can't see exactly. Spider-Man's got 20.2 laps of fuel on board, so he's got over about 3.8 laps over.
Rory Drain 4.5.
You can't really see.
No, it's 4.5.
Is it? Excellent.
Yeah,
stuff.
that Williams dash is static.
I couldn't see that, but anyway. McGee has got 20.2. Let's go further forward quickly before we get the safety car in. The Mercedes has 20 laps as Dylan, so he's a bit over as well.
Yeah. Jack Carty's 21.2.
Excellent. So, obviously the less fuel you have, the quicker you will go, and the easier it is to look after your tyres. So, does Aspect hit Josh Schneider there?
Very close to it.
He did! Oh no! It's Josh Schneider have 10 seconds for that now. He does. Oh no! Oh no! Well, if Josh stays out,
we're going again.
We're going, and Aspect has lost the rear slightly. Oh, look at this! Josh's going to be all over the back of Dylan, going down into the first corner.
From 4, all very tight.
And Josh has a go. But he's never going to make it.
Tags and he's around!
Oh, there's a bit of damage there. McGee's
and then McGee gets involved.
And Rory Train is involved. Spider-Man.
Josh was parked there on the exit.
Here now.
McGee is down to P7.
McGee goes around the outside. Knocked back his pass.
He's going to lose more. DKF1 around the outside. And he's spun him! He's gone! There's going to be another safety car.
There'll have to be another safety car. Oh my god, what happened there?
DKF1 and McGee both gone.
Oh my god, no safety car for that.
Wow, when you consider what we got the last one for.
Oh, my championship leader, McGee is out.
Wow, that is a turn.
I've jinxed another one. I don't believe it. I do believe it, but I don't believe it. Oh my god, Josh Schneider's gone very wide there. I don't know, has he got damage? No, it doesn't look like it. Remember here, Aspect could be looking at another 5-second penalty. Just remember that, guys, because obviously he had the collision with Josh under the safety car. Actually, I'll write that down. 19. I'll worry about that in a minute because Spider-Man's very close to Josh here. He's up the inside. And he's through, is he? Oh, Spider-Man
just tries to hang it around the outside.
It gives him enough space, and that is all good. So good racing there from the boys on that occasion. Look at Rory Drain. Up into P4.
He's just chilling.
How does he do it? He's really he just hangs around and just picks up all the pieces, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well, as it stands, with Johnny on 2 points and Rory Drain on 12, Rory's actually going to be leading the championship at the moment.
He will. He'll go up to 90.
And it'll bring Dylan right back into it, and maybe
even
Jack Carty. Oh
Jack
my god, what an overtake that is from Jack Carty. Trying to take the lead back that he worked so hard for at the first stint. And now he's got a great chance to take back the lead and maybe... No, I don't want to jinx him, actually. I won't go too far because I don't want to jinx him, but...
Stop talking.
No.
And in fairness to Jack, he needed to get that done before those mediums started to cross over with the herds.
Absolutely. Well, Dylan now has got the oldest side. Oh, look, a funny guy. And Johnny's up the inside. Around the outside even, sorry. DRS enabled, but it won't be enabled just yet for these guys because Johnny and Funny Guy...
Johnny is a great run on him.
And King Papa's pitted.
Johnny's
going to
send this.
Be up the inside.
He's squeezing him as well. Leaving just enough room.
And can Funny Guy do the switchback? Oh, what a move that is. Oh, beautiful. He hits him. There's a bit of contact there between Johnny's right front and Funny Guy's left rear, but I think it was all okay in the end. Spider-Man now on the back of Rory Train. Jack Carty now on the back of Dylan for the lead. He's got in the DRS zone.
Chiga has a run on Johnny. He's going to go around the outside.
Don't bend. Don't bend. Get out of it. Yeah. Come on, Ben. I trust you now in this situation, man. For flip's sake.
Johnny's getting a little bit out of shape at the moment. You shouldn't be on those fresh mediums.
Absolutely. I don't. Oh, he's gone a bit wide there, Johnny. That section and Keller's gone very wide again at that corner. Johnny, oh my god, there's all sorts going on here. Johnny Kachiga. I wonder if Johnny got damage actually. Has he got damage?
Jack Carty is within the DRS zone. He's chasing Dylan down into turn 1.
He's a bit close. Here goes Spider-Man, and he is going to be clear of Rory Drain. I think Rory just let him go there, to be honest with you. Don't lose much time.
Oh, Jack has a snap of oversteer.
Kachiga again. Dives it up the inside. Oh, Johnny spins. Oh, he holds it. Oh, what's happened?
Is Johnny retired? No.
Oh my days.
I think Johnny was just letting a few lads by. Is his wing damage maybe too bad? He's struggling to turn that car.
We'll get back to it in the second section, and Ben Ratcliffe's section gets out of the throttle. Oh my god, this championship could be wide open later, couldn't it? It really could, like.
Rory must be rubbing his hands together.
At the moment, he'd have a 3-point championship lead. He's P5. Actually, no, he'd be up to P4, wouldn't he? Because of Aspect's penalty.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a little train. The Dylan train. And you've got 4 cars in the train: Mercedes, Ferrari, Alfa Romeo, and Alfa Tauri. No wonder. I wonder who Cav is going for here. Goodness knows, I couldn't work that one out.
Just don't call them out by name, you jinx.
Spider-Man does the fastest lap of the race by an absolute country mile, 18.5. Very good lap from him.
And we should give a shout out to Knockgak on his debut, as far as we know, anyways.
Absolutely,
I mean, he's driving a solid race there. I know he still has to stop, but other than strategy, he's drove very well.
Yeah, real Johnny is pitting.
Is he going to retire?
I don't think so.
Or has he got damage?
And Gary and Kachiga fighting with each other here, and Gary is through, and Kachiga runs about 90 yards off the track.
Oh, they're very close. Coming into the left-hander.
I'm going to go forward now because Spider-Man and Aspect is where I need to be here. The battle for the top places. Spider-Man and Dylan have a great chance to get back in the championship hunt. Just drop back. It's very hard to follow in the middle sector. The next race next week's in USA, mate. And Rory Drain just struggling now to keep up with the top 4, and Knockgak is slightly closing the gap to him, but of course we believe he doesn't have to stop again, but we believe he probably will have to. Here's the all-Alpine battle here, and will there be a swap, a multi-21? I think there might be, and there is indeed. And funny they get a second dose of DRS now, 1 detection with 2 DRS zones. Section has cleared Ben Ratcliffe in there somewhere. We've missed that, but because we've been focusing on what's going on out front. Let's go back with Ben Ratcliffe actually. Oh Ben, that's a bad corner cut, mate. Right, are we going to go forward to Jack? Oh, Ben has to catch one there, and Kelly and Gary Drobro are on to. We're going to go forward now. We're going to have to, because we're starting to get back in the DRS zone again. There's only 11, 10 laps to go at the end of this one. Yeah. So
track is very close.
Dylan just losing the rear slightly.
Oh, and Jack has a snap, but he's okay.
Aspect's nearly out of the DRS zone. Aspect's only just about hanging on. Spider-Man. It appears to me Spider-Man might be the quickest of them, but he just hasn't got the free air at the moment, has he?
Yeah.
Jack Carty's derating. He won't get past Dylan here. And here comes funny guy.
Might get him here though.
Oh really?
Will he send it? No, he thinks better of it.
It's too risky to go around there. Never going to make it round there.
Yeah.
Oh, who's round? It's Ben Ratcliffe in sector 1. And section is true on Kachiga. I don't know. Virtual safety car deployed.
Okay.
So we have a virtual safety car for Ben Ratcliffe. Has he got damage? Yes, he does. He has lost his complete front wing. Oh, he's just completely off track now. Look at him. Be careful, Ben. Oh dear.
The race is neutralised
And
for now.
King Papa pits.
Interesting.
Will they last to the end? I think they will. Fairly sure they will. The fact that there's been 6 or 7 laps behind safety car,
Yeah.
I think they probably will. But they'll last, but it's just how competitive they'll be. That's going to be the question. What's the performance going to be on those tyres? Like, Dylan's going to have to nail this restart because...
And we're back underway.
Back underway again because the
Green
DRS
flag.
is about to kick in now. Jack's very close, isn't he?
Yellow in sector 3. Have we an Alpha around? We do. It's Kella.
Oh dear. Cal's very disappointed about that, isn't he?
Well, he's still ahead of the 2 Astons, isn't he?
Sector
Oh,
1.
Spider-Man's out!
Spider-Man's gone! Oh
He's
my
been there coming out of turn 1.
Spider-Man is gone! Oh my god, I can't believe it!
This was his chance to make up points on the leaders.
I think Ben Ratcliffe's going to retire, is he? Gary Drobo pits as well. Ben Ratcliffe's retired. Ben, can you stay in the lobby, please? Just catch a few bits.
Funny guy is going around the outside and Knockback.
Oh, great overtaking. Knockback. Fair play to him. Not turning in on him.
Yeah, very clean from him. Again, if it's his debut, very impressive. Staying out of that.
Oh my days, I can't believe that.
Shocked. We're down to 14 runners now.
Absolutely. Right, we're going to go back out front again because they're coming towards the situation of the DRS detection.
Yeah. And Jack has started harvesting some ERS
Gary
now.
Drobo around in the flat in the middle sector, but we won't be going there. They're both burning it. Here comes Jack Carty, but he's not going to make it.
He's going to switch back with the DRS now, and he gets a good exit this time.
Knockback finally pits. Not quite.
But
Dylan parks his car very well there. Very good defensive driving from Dylan. Dylan's going for his 3rd win of the season at the moment. If he can somehow hang on, I mean, there's some effort from him to bring the hares that long. Absolutely. Oh, he nearly had a bit of a swapper just as I said it. I better shut up, really, shouldn't I?
You should.
Yeah, it's the closest battle on track, so we're going to stay with it. We'll go on board with Aspect just to catch it from a bit of a distance.
As far as I remember, Dylan won in Belgium, and then I think it was
Russia, wasn't it? It was Russia.
2 races ago.
Yep. And that was a chaotic race, wasn't it, too? So Spider-Man has left the session. Jack Carty has gone a little bit wide.
A little bit wide, yeah. Creative track limits. Oh, sections around the outside. Oh, they've contact. Oh, Irish Gary gets out of it, and now Kichiga gets him. And he's having a look at section.
Kichiga would have loved that, I tell you that much. Knowing Kichiga as I do. He's on for good points here, Kichiga, actually, isn't he? Oh, Jack Carty's close to Dylan again. Dylan's derating, and so is Jack. Now this time, can he get the switch back right? No, he nearly runs into the back of him.
Irish Gary's in the pits. Is he retiring?
Oh, look at Jack's going around the outside of Dylan. This is very risky. Oh, and Jack gets out of the throttle. And who's round? Is that Ferrari? Gary Drobo again, is it? Oh my god, Jack Carty and Dylan very, very close to contact there. But Jack Carty just gets out of the throttle and Dylan holds on to the position.
The Green Goblin got him. I love it.
Has to be said, isn't it? Gary has joined. Oh, I didn't realise he'd left.
Yeah, he just got kicked literally 30 seconds ago.
Oh, I didn't actually see that.
Sorry, Gary. Retiring, but he's back. Josh runs wide.
Oh my god, Jack Carty had a bit of an issue there.
Aspect now is quite tight to him.
Dylan can save his ERS now. Why is Aspect burning it? I do not know. Not going to pass up the inside there.
No.
I have lost a bit. Okay, I haven't got the intervals. I don't know if you got the same. Gary's Robots are tired from the race.
Top 4 is gone. Oh, Aspect nearly loses it.
Oh, Aspect nearly losing it on the...
Catches it well, though. Not Gak does the fastest lap. Fair play.
Actually, that could be important. An extra point for AlphaTauri, potentially.
He's got himself back into points after having to stop again. So, again, fair play to him.
Gary pits again. Speeds in the pit lane again. Why is he retiring? I don't understand that. Kachiga gets 3 seconds. That's very unlike Kachiga. He said he's actually very he's always one that says I do not get penalties. Well, that's a penalty there for Kachiga.
I believe you're right.
Did Gary just leave the session now?
I believe so.
Okay. Fair enough. We're going to go back with Section, I think. Section's pretty close, is it? No, we're going to go with Jack Carty first. No, he's not close enough, and Aspect's not close enough either.
Josh is really struggling on those 24 lap all mediums.
Yeah. Oh, he hit... Oh, I thought Section hit the wall there, but he didn't quite.
No, he's okay. But he lost a bit coming out of the corner.
Josh has got a full battery.
But he has him.
But here comes Section, and Section's got better grip, better tyres.
A little bit of contact.
Bit of wheel to wheel contact, but I do believe it'll all be okay, and it is. So Josh
knows there's no point in fighting that one.
Absolutely. So we go forward again to the battle for the lead. Oh, I expected he loses it, and that's crucial. He's going to lose the DRS as well to Jack Carty. That's very important now.
Rory Drain taking an odd line through the chicane. He looks to be struggling as well. Those hards are starting to get away from him.
Knockback gets 3 seconds. That probably won't make that much of a difference. No. Kachiga on the back of Josh Nader. I suppose Kachiga would absolutely love to have a dive bomb, knowing Ben as I do. Oh, Dylan got out of the DRS zone of Jack Carty. Look at that. I wonder, are those medium tyres beginning to give up on Jack? Or did he just have a bad lap? We'll find out shortly. Here comes Funny Guy. I'll go back to Kachiga. Sure,
yes, it. Well judged, in fairness.
Kachiga was as you were watching. Oh, Funny Guy. Nearly loses it. Coming out of turns 2 there. The dirty air is a killer around here, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. So they've all fallen apart in terms of DRS for now.
Absolutely.
Funny Guys chasing down Rory. You'd expect Rory's tyres to be better though.
You would do, absolutely. Is Jack back in the DRS zone? He is. He is just about back in the DRS zone. He's not close enough though. And Funny Guy is also in the DRS zone of Rory Drain. Well, look at that for coming from FaZe Cav. You happy with that, or do you want to give any odds that aspect to win it? Here comes Kachiga. He's up the inside.
Acknowledging that.
Oh, and
Josh Bourne's it. As does Kachiga now. This is gonna be tasty.
Oh, Josh bumps into the side of him by the looks of it. But Josh is through, stays ahead of him. He exceeds track limits and gets 3 seconds for it, which was very naughty indeed.
That adds on to his 10, albeit I don't know if any of that 10 will stick.
Should all be removed. They're all behind the safety car.
Yeah.
Oh, Section and Funny Guy. What happened to Funny Guy here? He's front wing damage. Funny Guy's got front wing damage.
It does. He's missing an end plate.
Oh no. Dave. So now back at the front again.
He ain't winning this week.
No, not this week for a funny guy, unfortunately.
Maybe next week.
Jack Carty
predict
and
him
Dylan.
again.
Jack may as well burn the overtake now. Dylan has got a bit in hand.
Let's remember, this is important for section as well to stay in touch in the championship battle.
Absolutely. Dylan, Jack Carty, section, Rory Drain, all going to put themselves in the mix. I think now, with that result, Ben Ratcliffe is probably now out of it. And potentially Spider-Man is going to be a bit further down as well, so
Funny guy into the pits.
Kachiga hasn't dive bombed yet, has he? No, he hasn't.
He has not, sir.
He'll wait for the last lap, won't he? And real Johnny's going to end up in the points. Look at this.
Fair play to Johnny for keeping it in there.
I'll tell you what, that's going to be important. She gets a point closer to McGee now, and Rory Train. Every point in this championship is going to matter, I'll tell you that much.
Absolutely. With how close it's been and all the twists and turns. Could well be won by a point at the end of the season. Aspect! Oh my god, Aspect got on the curb and he must have slid the whole way around 13.
Dylan lost it a little bit coming out of turn 13, but Jack didn't have the best of exits either. Burn everything you've got, boys. Yellow flag, it's King Papa, he's retired. There'll be no overtaking in that yellow flag section, but there wouldn't be any overtaking there anyway, so this is it now for Jack.
Oh.
Can he dive on up the inside? No, he doesn't. He's just about going to hang on.
Keller are all very close here.
Yellow flag.
They're all chasing each other down to turn 1.
There goes Kachiga. Out comes the dive bomb. And he's through this time.
Josh is trying to come back at him.
Oh, he doesn't. He lets him go. We're going to go back. We're going to go back for well front now, and it's going to be hard for Jack Carty to make this overtake stick. But what a race we've had! Action all the way down the field, and a battle for the lead, which is always great to see as well. But I think that Jack's just going to come up a little bit short. So final couple of corners now. And the final corner for Dylan for the Mercedes team. And Dylan takes his 3rd win of the season. It's Dylan who takes the checkered flag of Hungary. Follows Jack Carty. Jack Carty follows him home. An Aspect, I think, will hold on to the podium. Fantastic effort from him. Rory Drain. Oh, we've run out of fuel, has he? And the section got him at the line. He did!
He
section got him at the line. Anyway,
Kachiga doesn't have a fuel indicator.
Kachiga,
I think the finish line was earlier.
Josh and Kella's going to finish 6th. Kachiga 7th. Not Gacken 8th. Josh Neal 9th for now, but he'll probably get those penalties removed.
Yeah.
And here's real Johnny then, who will now take the line and brings the car home. I think Funny guy got the fast lap of the race.
He probably stole it on those softs at the end, alright?
Probably did, so...
Does love his quali laps.
Absolutely he does. So, go on Cav, take us through there, if you don't mind.
I'll do the honours. So in P1, winning his 3rd race of the season is Dylan. Jack Carty in P2, Aspect in P3 in the Alfa Romeo. Way! Section in P4, Rory Drain in P5, Kella in P6, good points for Alpha today. Kachiga in P7, Notgaka on his debut, P8. Josh Nader P9, albeit that may end up being overturned and moving him up slightly. Johnny in P10 rounding out the points. And the last of our finishers is LOI Lucifer. Big funny guy in P11.
Yeah,
wow.
What a messy race that was, tell you that much. Had everything that did.
Plenty of safety cars anyways. I'm dying to know what happened to Rory Drain at the line.
I have no idea what happened to Rory Drain.
And we said it earlier, every point counts. That could be very important.
That could be absolutely massive for the championship, that.
Particularly to lose the points to a rival as well. Section is still in there.
Absolutely. Well, now, I mean, Rory now, as it stands, obviously we've through the report now. Rory's got just 30 points covering the top 8, but Ben and Spider-Man are over a race win behind, so
Yeah.
it's not looking great for them. But now the top 6 drivers are covered by just 15 points with 3 races to go. So that now is going to be very, very interesting to see what happens. Let's get the boys in here, Kev.
No bother.
I don't know if that Aspect has a mic or not, but I do know. Yeah, right now Aspect was added. Oh yeah. Okay, 2 seconds. I know I'll add the other 2.
Lads appearing offline, not making our life.
Oh, whoops. I might have made a bit of an error there. I might have pressed the wrong button there. Sorry about that, everybody.
That'd be a bit panic.
Have you got the rest of them, or do you want me to get them?
Alright. Jack.
I didn't hear anyway.
And you have Dylan. Perfect. That's all 3. Aspect is joined.
Yep.
There's Dylan.
And Jack has a mic, so we are fine with him.
Excellent. Full podium.
We do. Where are we, Jack?
Our lads.
Where are we? Well, we have a full podium here, so we'll get on with it. Cav is absolutely dying to talk to his Alfa Romeo mate, so go on, Cav, you can do the honours.
Hello, fellow Alpha driver.
Hello.
Congratulations and well done. Good points for Alpha. How was the race for you? Start with qualifying and talk us through everything. I want to hear it all.
Alright then. Well, qualifying, I guess, obviously there was the looming thing of would there be rain, wouldn't there? Like, would it come early enough?
Yeah.
So, I was just kind of thinking, because I knew the race would be dry anyway, so I was thinking, do the medium run and then see what happens from there. And by the end, it wasn't all too great in the grand scheme of things because everyone else was qualifying on softs.
Yeah.
So I decided to go for softs myself, and I was half a tenth up in the first sector alone, and may well have been able to get pole, but spin is a spin, and you know, my fault. So that was qualifying, and it was also Cav as well, unfortunate. Or was it Cav? Or no, Kella, I should say. Sorry, you're Cav.
That's right.
Yeah. Kella as well, I know he was up on his time, but he was looking to get outside of the top 10, so that's a little bit on him there. But yeah, we were looking to split the strategies, obviously couldn't do that. And then the race, the start of it, I just took it clean, followed Kella through a lot of the time for the entire first lap, and unfortunately he got damage. Obviously I was able to go through then, and I was up to like 8th or something by the end of the first lap, which was nice. And then of course we got the few safety cars, which I didn't pit for the first one because it just wasn't it wasn't a viable thing, but the next one was fairly lined up with my stop anyway, so pit there, and then I think I was like 4th at that point. And then yeah, I just kind of went through. I had a few battles which were nice, a few overtakes which were which I enjoyed, and yeah, in the end Dylan was just way too quick. I don't know what he was using in his engine or whatever, but he had a lot of pace on those hearts that I just didn't have. I mean, I was sticking in the DRS, but if I didn't have DRS, like, he would have been pulling away by a few tenths per lap easily. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'd say congratulations to Dylan on his pace that he had. I wouldn't have been able to match him, and yeah, that's basically it.
And we'll be having that car fully checked over, don't you worry. So obviously you've now, I think you were second, fourth, and now third, I think. So obviously a solid start in LOI. Are you hoping to notch up that first win? We obviously go to US next week, and then we've another 2 chances after that.
Yeah, US, I've always liked the track, but never really went well around there. Obviously, the previous races, I think I could have taken a win in Russia, but obviously, just didn't work out. Like, I was only 2/10 off there.
Yeah.
And then Japan, I had my spin, where if I didn't, I think I at least could have had a podium. I felt like I had a lot of pace there as well. So, yeah, for next week in US, I think podium's realistic, but that lasts a little bit. I haven't really found it in the US. So, yeah, I'd be more looking forward to Brazil, which has been a track that, even if I didn't feel like I had pace, I still go well around there. So, and
Gotcha.
I do have pace there. So, yeah, I'd be looking more forward to Brazil for a first one if it was going to come.
Well, look, we'll be watching, and well done today. Super drive from yourself. Couple of scary moments. Colin was trying his best to jinx you, so well done on keeping it all together.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, well, I have a history of jinxing people, you see, so that's what it is. So,
Putting it mildly.
absolutely. So anyway, well done to you, Aspect, and best of luck to you next week.
Yeah, thanks.
So, a P2 man now we go to is in the Scarlet Red Ferrari of Jack Carty. First of all, I want to say well done on your pole position lap. It was an excellent lap.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, that qualifying was very close in the end, wasn't it? Only 1/10 covering but the top 7. That was so a very good lap from you there. And then talk through the race from your point of view, because it looks very messy, I have to say. But
Yeah, well, from where I was, it wasn't too bad, but there was a lot of incidents around the back, right?
yeah,
At the start, I kind of got away well. It led for, I think, 4 laps and the safety car came out. I stayed out because I think from there, the hards were the only viable option, and they just didn't have the pace around there, so I stayed up till 11, I think I went in, just before the safety car, which wasn't ideal, but I got lucky with another safety car then, which kind of evened things out.
yeah, well, that was great. And obviously, stuck behind Dylan. We were all hoping here you'd have a go, but just couldn't get by him in the end.
Yeah, he was way too quick in the straights. I just, like, even with the DRS and burning DRS, like, I could get nowhere near him. I went for a move around the outside of turn 3, I think, but I just had to halt because it was going to end up in a collision, so...
Yeah, absolutely. And just so you know, obviously the way things have worked out tonight, Jack, you're only 15 points behind now in the championship. So that will be a nice goal for you to
Yeah.
have for the last 3 races ahead.
Yeah, I left it late, you know, with quite a poor start to the season, but I kind of come back.
Absolutely. And we go to the US next week. So do you have any thoughts on that race, or any?
Love it.
You love
Love
it.
the US. Yeah, I love the track.
Excellent. It's your favourite next week, so is it?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that, but if Dylan has the same car, I don't think so.
Anyway, fair enough. I'll stop jinxing you. So anyway, well done, Jack, and we'll see you again next week, hopefully.
Cheers, man.
Well done, Jack. And then we move on to obviously our race winner, Dylan. How are you, sir?
Felt like I ride this car in Ireland at the moment.
And obviously you're not only our only winner, I think, twice this season, but you've now put a third one in the bag. So tell us about your qualifying in your race.
The qualifying, there was an iffy moment on my first run, especially the second last turn. Got too much throttle. Then the second lap, I felt pretty much grand for my second soft run. So, yeah, basically I definitely got the pace around this track, but the race pace, oh my god, it's something else.
And obviously you started P3 and then went forward to P1 through the race, so things kind of worked out for you as they went along.
I took the first safety car to go on the hards to see how things go with the hards, and when the safety car comes out, the second one, I felt like, you know what, it's just decided to stay out. See how the pace goes. And actually, I felt the pace is similar to the mediums, to be fair.
Okay, so you found the hards all right.
I find the hards is perfectly fine.
Very good. And no squirrely moments on the way in. We watched it as much as we could, but we were kind of watching everything from Jack's perspective.
Yeah, it's just what you call it. There are a couple of squirrely moments, especially on the last final sector, especially with what you call it, with couple of too much throttles along the way. But there are a couple of squirrely moments along the way, especially Jack gone for a move at turn 3. I thought, what you call it, oh well.
Yeah, and obviously, unless my calculations are wrong, I think that brings you on to 82 points. And with McGee not scoring anything, you're right back in the mix. So, what do you think for the rest of the season? Obviously, we go to USA, Brazil, and then Singapore. How do you feel you're set for the running?
I love Brazil, to be fair. Going, what do you call it? Is it second last, right? Brazil?
Yeah.
I love Brazil, to be fair. USA, I don't really mind about it. See, haven't even practiced there before, to be quite frankly. And Singapore, that's probably one of my weakest tracks there, to be fair.
Well, you're in a championship fight now, so you're going to have to put that grind in, lad.
Exactly.
Anyway, well done to Dylan. Anyway, fantastic stuff tonight, and yeah, best of luck to you for the rest of the season. Only 6 points behind the championship leader now. 6 points covering the top 4, so that will be interesting to say the least. But anyway, lads, thanks for the entertainment tonight. It was fantastic watching you out front, and thanks to Cav this evening for the commentary. And that is that for Tier 2, so the championship gets even closer again with just 6 points covering the top 4, so join us again next week for USA. Of course, tomorrow night we have the Tier 1 race around Hungary, where the 2 Mercedes will be going for the championship title, which will be very interesting to say the least. But anyway, we'll be back at 10 o'clock tomorrow for that, and then it'll be 9 o'clock on Wednesday for the Tier 3 race around Hungary. Now, I know there's one more thing I have to say. An announcement that came out during the week, or came out yesterday even, that the US Grand Prix for Tier 4 will be put back to 10 p.m. That is because of the US Grand Prix, the real one, actually taking place at 8 o'clock. So we are giving them about half an hour after the race is completed to get online and race in Tier 4. So that is the reason behind that. I'm Colin B289, and from me, thanks everybody for tuning in, and bye bye, and we'll see you again very soon.